Good afternoon, everyone. Come on, you can all do better than that. Good afternoon, everyone. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Are you all ready for Travis and Megan to get married? Okay. My name is Dave. Hello. I am Megan's uncle and godfather. I'm also known as Day Day, a name given to me by Megan when she was 3. I've also been given a very special name more recently by Hadley, our flower girl. She likes to call me Big Baby. And I'll answer to any of those names tonight. So, Megan and Travis will not be the only ones responding to vows today. I have some vows to ask of all of you. Your responses to these vows is a wall-rattling we do. You understand?
We do.
Do you promise to take as many pictures from your seated position as you like, but to be discreet and respectful to Dan, Suzanne, and Michael, who Travis and Megan have asked to be here to capture their special day?
We do.
All right, and here's Dan, Suzanne, and Michael around the room here. All right. Do you promise to set your mobile devices on silent mode so as not to interrupt the emotional soundtrack being provided to us today by our DJ, Josh?
We do.
Right. Do you understand that you have the permission of Megan and Travis to cheer, smile, cry, laugh as much as you like throughout this entire wedding ceremony and reception?
We do.
Amazing. With that, I know Travis is ready to get married. Let's begin.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. So take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. So take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in love.
You may be seated, everyone. Well, friends and family, we know that Megan and Travis are here today to get married and that they are absolutely perfect for each other. Can I get an oh yeah? Oh yeah! How did these two end up here today? How did these two people somehow not only end up meeting, but also end up falling in love and choosing to spend the rest of their lives together? Well, I'd like to spend the next several minutes telling you their love story and how Megan and Travis got here today. Okay. Our love story is a traditional 21st century love story. Boy meets girl, where all great fairy tales begin, in an online dating app called Hinge. On a brisk winter evening in December 2019, Megan notices she has a match in the app. She excitedly clicks on the notification and is brought to Travis's profile. Megan's initial reaction is that Travis is very handsome, except for that one picture where Travis poses with a fish. He knows the one. Despite this fish photo, Megan keeps exploring his profile. Megan sees that Travis has a daughter, Hadley, whom he clearly adores. She can also tell from these pictures that he is an amazing dad, which only makes Megan more interested in getting to know Travis. In another corner of New Hampshire, Travis notices that he also has a match. His first impression of Megan is that she is gorgeous. They begin chatting and start to get to know each other. A few days of chatting go by, and even though they still haven't met in person, Travis has nicknamed Megan Beautiful. And this is what he calls her when they chat back and forth, and it makes Megan feel so special. Messaging through the app advances to chat messages, and chat messages turn into phone calls. Travis hasn't told his family that he has met someone new, but they all know something is up. They see he's constantly texting and he rarely puts his phone down. Travis has a really good feeling about Megan, and he doesn't want to jinx anything. So much so, in fact, that Travis is super nervous about asking Megan out for their first date. And then finally, after exactly 17 days of dating app messages and text messages and phone calls and FaceTime video calls and maybe even carrier pigeons and smoke signals, Travis finally works up the courage to ask Megan out on their first date. And of course, Megan excitedly says yes. The night of the first date arrives. Walking up to Megan's apartment, Travis is very nervous. But the second he first meets Megan in person, the nerves immediately disappear. Megan thinks that it's adorable that Travis has brought flowers for her. It is important to Travis that he bring Megan someplace nice for their first date. He decides on dinner at Alden and Harlow in Cambridge, Mass. Of course, Megan had talked with her parents about that date that evening, or about her date that evening, but Megan didn't know where Travis would be taking her. When Megan's dad hears that this new guy is planning on a mysterious date with his baby girl, Bob is immediately skeptical. Those of you who know Bob won't be surprised to learn that Bob has certain resources at his disposal. And he uses those resources to heavily research Travis prior to that first date. And whether Megan knows it or not, Chrissy and Bob are tracking her precise location closely that entire evening. Before arriving at the restaurant, Travis brings Megan to Back Bay in Somerville, Mass. They walk in and find that tonight, as luck would have it, the bar has been transformed into a pop-up Hanukkah party. The celebration is complete with Hanukkah-themed drinks, festive decorations, a special menorah drink menu including the Hebrew hammer, and various Hanukkah hors d'oeuvres from latkes to matzo ball shooters. Did Travis know about this pop-up Hanukkah party? Did Travis think Megan celebrated Hanukkah? Does Travis celebrate Hanukkah? Megan isn't quite sure, and she doesn't care. She's just happy to finally be spending time with him. Just for editorial clarification here, Travis did not know about the pop-up Hanukkah party. They both enjoy the spontaneous party, have a few drinks, and leave the celebration and head to dinner at Alden and Harlow. The restaurant is much different than either are expecting. There are a lot of finger-type foods, but both just dig in and go for it. They enjoy some conversation, have some laughs, and learn about as much about each other as possible, and just continue to enjoy each other's company. The first date concludes, and both Megan and Travis are feeling excited. The first date went fantastic. They can't wait to see each other again. On his way home, Travis thinks to himself, she is perfect. Great personality, gorgeous, and makes me laugh. That about sums it up, huh? Date 1 leads to date 2, and Megan and Travis agree it's time to take the relationship to the next level. It's time for Megan to meet Hadley. At this point, Megan knows that she really likes Travis, but Travis is just one part of the relationship. With Travis comes this amazing little girl, Hadley. After dating for several weeks, Travis drives Hadley to Megan's apartment to meet her. Megan anxiously waits for them to arrive, and when they do, 2-year-old, adorable Hadley emerges from the car, binky securely in her mouth. As you might expect, Hadley is very shy. But Megan has exactly what she needs to disarm her. Miley, Miller, and Mac, Megan's 3 cats. When Hadley sees the cats, she immediately comes out of her shell. Hadley grabs Megan's hand and drags her around the house to follow and play with the cats. After the assist from the cats, Hadley is now sitting on Megan's lap. Megan has seen many pictures of Hadley before this first meeting. She knows how cute she is. But now, meeting her in person, Megan sees that she is beautiful, so very smart, and as sharp as a whip. Travis is watching this interaction and feeling even more excited. Hadley seems to see in Megan exactly what Travis sees in Megan. To Travis, Hadley not only accepting Megan, but loving her has always been one of the most important things for him from the start. Megan can't believe her luck to not only find Travis, but that he has such an incredible daughter. Whew, sweating a little, sorry.
It's okay.
Now that Megan has Hadley's stamp of approval, Megan and Travis continue to date. Megan feels it's time for Travis to sweat a little and meet someone in her family so they can give their stamp of approval. As luck would have it, on one of their dates shopping at the mall, they just happened to run into Megan's parents. Travis, being the bright guy that he is, sees right through this chance encounter. But he's a good sport and seems to enjoy meeting Megan's parents. And more importantly, Megan gets their stamp of approval. Things are going great. Megan is head over heels for Travis. Travis is head over heels for Megan. Hadley loves spending time with Megan. But because Megan and Travis have both recently gotten out of long-term relationships, they agree they are going to take things slow. So they do what every couple does who are in love but want to take things slow. They decide to buy a house and move in together. I hate to see what moving fast would have looked like. Fast forward several months, Hadley is now Megan's little bestie, which includes having their very own spa days where they do each other's hair, nails, and makeup. These spa days are even better when Travis joins in. Ask Megan to see some of those pictures.
Yeah, I got him.
And now at this point in our love story, Megan and Travis are building a life and a future with one another in a house they own together in Merrimack, New Hampshire. A few more months go by, and Travis knows that Megan is ready to get married. There have been more than a few less than subtle hints. Travis knows that Megan is the one that he wants to continue to build a family with. But he has some plans of his own that he first needs to set into motion before there can be a proposal. Travis talks to his mom, Lori, about proposing to Megan. Because Travis's family loves Megan so much, Lori decides to give him a very special family memento. Travis's great-great-grandmother's wedding ring, which has been handed down to Travis's mom. Travis's family thinks it would be amazing for Travis to propose to Megan with this very special family treasure. He is excited to not only have the approval of his family, but also to have this incredible family heirloom to propose with. Now the time has come for Travis to have a discussion with Megan's mom and dad. Chrissy is very excited to hear that an engagement is coming. And of course, Bob has the dreaded dad talk with Travis. Having survived the dad talk and still wanting to marry Megan, Travis can move forward with his plans. Everyone is convinced that Megan knows what's happening. She keeps asking Travis who he is texting and why he is on the phone so much. Megan is like a master sleuth who always is on the case. It's very difficult to keep a secret from her. I'm sure all of you know what I'm talking about there. It's now a seemingly normal night in their home. As normal as any taco night can be anyway. Travis has decided that this is the night. He just needs to find the right moment. Travis, Megan, and Hadley have just finished eating dinner. Megan has noticed that Travis seems a little off tonight, but she chalks it up to him having a weird day at work and doesn't press him on it. Hadley's hanging out in her bedroom. Megan is sitting in the family room, curled up cozy next to the lit up Christmas tree. Travis senses that the moment is perfect. And then Megan says she's ready for bed, gets up and disappears into the bedroom. Travis chases her down and begs her to come back to the family room to hang out with him a little longer. It's still a little early, so Megan agrees. She sits back down in the living room chair. Travis makes his way from the hallway and back into the living room. This is the moment, and he's not going to let it pass again. Travis approaches Megan, gets down on one knee, and says, "Megan, I will follow you into the mists of Avalon. Will you marry me?"
You did. You said that.
So I got that right.
Yep.
Okay.
That
Nice.
was it.
Megan might have suspected that Travis was up to something, but she certainly wasn't expecting a proposal at that moment. She is shocked, so much so that she doesn't even notice the amazing ring at first. Of course, Megan says yes. They immediately call Hadley into the family room to tell her the news. Hadley is just as excited, if not more excited than Megan. There she is. She's excited I keep saying her name. Hadley calls Yaya, Travis's mom, to tell her the big news. She gets on the phone and excitedly tells Yaya, "Daddy is going to marry Megan." It's not a very good Hadley impression. Sorry, Hadley, but it's the best I can do. Megan will always remember this night as one of the most amazing moments in their home. And here we are today. They did it. Can we give it up for Megan and Travis? I'm good. It's because of the moments in this love story and many other moments in their lives together. When I asked Travis what he loves about Megan, this is what he says. Megan has an amazing personality. She would do anything for her friends and family. Some of our best nights together were spent hanging around the house, joking around, eating midnight PB&Js, and watching corny TV shows. Megan is super organized, and I am the opposite. She manages everything for us, and I praise her for that. I absolutely love her family, and I love how close Megan is with everyone. She is just amazing and perfect. High praise. She's that feeling you get when you were in middle school and you find out it's pizza day. I love that so much. I'm getting married to Megan because I can't imagine not spending the rest of my life with her. And when I asked Megan what she loves about Travis, this is what she says. Living with Travis is like having a never-ending sleepover with your best friend. He's an amazing father, and he is one of the smartest people I know. Although he does have full-blown conversations with the cats and the dog in the basement. He talks to them like it's totally normal. He's a phenomenal cook, and I don't cook at all, so I really lucked out there. I'm not a morning person. When he sees me in my home office working in the morning, he'll stop in the doorway and do a little dance for me. This always puts a smile on my face. By the way, that was my own version of the dance. I don't know what his is.
It's like that.
Oh, it's like that. Okay, cool. He sings in the shower and we dance together in the kitchen. He makes me feel like one of the most important people in the world. There's times where we just sit on the couch and laugh about the most random things. He fits in so well with my family and he truly loves them. He calms me, he motivates me, and he supports me. He knows sometimes to just hold me and remind me that he's there. I'm getting married to Travis because I have no doubt in my mind that Travis is the man I want to spend the rest of my life with, and I don't want to waste any more time not being married to him. Now, Megan and Travis are in love, and two people in love do tend to gush about each other. But it's the opinions of family and friends that are a bit more grounded in reality. I asked a few people who love Megan and Travis the most, a few of you here today, and here's what they, or what you, had to say about Megan and Travis. What makes the relationship so special is that Travis and Megan are truly in love with each other. The mutual respect that Travis and Megan have for one another is apparent. Family is so important to both of them, and they genuinely like spending time with each other's families. Neither one of them makes any decision without first consulting with the other. This is especially apparent when it comes to Hadley. Because of this, Hadley respects the both of them. You still with us, Hadley? All right. Megan and Travis tackle life's problems together, and they know how to make each other happy. They both love to just get in the car and do spontaneous things, but are just as comfortable hanging at home together. They've been together for 2 years, but act like they've been together forever. They completely accept each other for who they are, and they find magic every day with one another. We are so excited to see what the future holds for these two lovebirds, and we couldn't be happier for them today. The most important thing about today, about a wedding, about what makes us all come together in suits and gowns and less than comfortable dancing shoes, you know what I'm talking about, is what happens here in the moments that follow. So today, Megan and Travis, you are here to say publicly to us and to each other that the bond that started to take root in an online dating app, to a pop-up Hanukkah party, at a chance parent meeting at the mall, relaxing at home on a Taco Tuesday, singing in the shower or dancing in the kitchen, and with deep intellectual conversations with the cats and dog, and all your mundane moments and exciting adventures, that you will commit to keep strengthening that bond wherever life takes you together from this day forward. So that's all I had prepared ahead of time for their love story. Now I'm staring at an empty page here that says, "Speak from the heart, Dave, don't cry." Do it. There we go. All right, good. Whew, all right. So what you probably don't know, Travis, is that when Megan was born, we were basically neighbors. We lived across the street. Did you know that? Nice. I taught him something today. Which means I got to see Megan an awful lot, pretty much every day. And we developed a really special bond. I'm going to try not to look at her. I think that might help me.
Yeah, I'm not going to look at you.
We developed a very special bond. We hung out a lot, had a lot of great memories, including things like Hammock Splinter. We won't get into details on that very much.
No.
Wizard of Oz on Ice. Cruise karaoke, just to mention a few things. We've shared lots of laughs, and I've been a shoulder to cry on for many of her tears. When she grew up and moved away into her own house, her own apartment, I would get these phone calls once in a while, and it would say, "Dede, you home?" "Yeah, Megan, I'm home." And then I'd hear this teary voice, "I'm coming over." "Okay, come on over, Megan." And she'd come over, and she'd come in, and she'd be crying, and I'd listen to what she was upset about, and she'd cry, and we'd maybe snack on some food, and Gene and DJ and Allie would come home, and they'd be excited to see Megan, and a few hours would go by, and she would leave feeling much better. At least that's what I told myself. The thing is I don't get those phone calls anymore. And as much as I enjoy those visits and those phone calls, you can hear what you're doing to me. Stop looking at me. I'm going to rest easy at night knowing that she has you now to cry on and to listen to her. All right, one more line.
Got it.
One more line. Hold on. This is if I lost track right here. Yeah. Okay. Remember, my door is always open for you. Cheers. Can I just face the windows? That might help. I wish you both nothing but a long, happy life filled with love, laughs, and happiness. Whew. Okay, good. That noise was probably off on the microphone. I apologize to everybody. Okay. Now, having said all of that, this is the part we practiced. Okay. Megan and Travis, do you stand here today to give yourselves to each other in marriage?
We do.
We do. Perfect. This is the heart of the ceremony, the part of the day when Megan and Travis break new ground into their relationship by making promises to each other traditionally called vows. Megan and Travis have opted to write their own personal vows to one another. And so, Travis, I invite you to say yours first. You want mine or you want yours? Okay.
Megan, I love you. I always have. I will love you my whole life, you and no other.
And now, Megan.
I'm gonna try not to cry here.
Don't look up.
Travis, since the day I met you, I knew you were the one for me. You make me laugh when I don't even want to smile. You make me proud, and above all, you make me my happiest self. I promise to love you every single day, support you, fight for you, listen to you, and forever dance in our kitchen. I promise to not only be your wife, but your very best friend. Wherever we go, I promise we'll always go together because you simply complete me.
Nice. Megan and Travis will now exchange rings as a symbol of the promises they've made here today and of their ongoing commitment to each other. Travis, place the ring on Megan's finger and then repeat after me. Keep holding.
Thank you.
Keep holding. Megan, with this ring,
Megan, with this ring,
I promise you that you'll never have to face the world alone.
I promise that you'll never have to face the world alone.
Hold on, let me get this for your pictures. Okay. Okay. Thank you, buddy. And now, Megan, place this ring on Travis's finger, and then repeat after me.
There you go.
Travis, with this ring,
Travis, with this ring,
I promise you that you'll never have to face the world
I
alone.
promise you that you'll never have to face the world alone.
Okay. And now, with great joy in front of all your closest friends and family, by the authority given to me by the state of Massachusetts, I pronounce you husband and wife. Travis, you may kiss the bride.
Very nice.
And now, friends and family, please stand with me. It is my distinct honor to present to you for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Somley. Thanks, man. So, hello? Oh, sorry. Parents go out. Sorry, my bad. I didn't know when I'm supposed to do this. I thought my mic was off. Sorry. Okay, a couple remarks as we transition here. Megan and Travis and the bridal party are going to be heading out for some photos. In the meantime, cocktail hour has begun. We're all invited to enjoy drinks and hors d'oeuvres out on the terrace. So if you go out this door and just go straight out, it's outside. It's not in where the reception is just yet. It's outside. And on behalf of Megan and Travis, thank you so much for celebrating with us.